thought I'd take you on a, little walk and talk around the garden. It's supposed to pour tomorrow, and I really wanted to see if we can, just highlight some of the things that are really looking beautiful at the moment. So let's walk over this way towards the Abies concolor and the flamethrower redbud. And we've got a new heirloom roses, easy on the eyes rose here. I'm not going to get into all the details of every plant because it would take a lifetime. Here is Desdemona. My bullseye salmon geraniums are blooming. Atlas roses look amazing. Got a whole nice little stand of them here. I've got a mum that's starting to bloom. Oak leaf hydrangea Alice, all in bud. Burnett will go down this side right here. Burnett. My fig is looking pretty good. Pink Profusion Salvia. Double Play Doozy. Spirea. We've got Sweet William in there that's self-seeded, and we've got some foxgloves and some Achillea yarrow. Baptisia Dark Chocolate hiding back there. Morning Light Grass really coming on. That cypress looks terrible. And Lady of Shalott Rose. The other thing here, I transplanted this Amsonia String Theory last year. It's finally starting to wake up, put on some size. And this is Italian, oh so easy Italian Ice. That's really coming on. So this is this bed. The back of my spruces don't look too good because they just don't get enough sunlight. But all in all, I really can't complain. My Norway spruce is gorgeous. The viburnum Mariisi is finished. Pinky Winky down there at the end hasn't started. So let's go look at another bed. So let's walk through the Wisteria arch here. You can probably see the Kusa dogwood right over here is blooming. We've got some Siberian irises that have now opened up. My Eustachiae roses are also starting to open. We've got some salvia in here. We've got some eryngium in there. We've got some weeds in there. This says vanilla cream, but it really looks like pink lemonade baptisia to me. I don't know, maybe the one in the back was, but this one isn't. And then I've got sparkling sapphires down there. This is Phlox opalescens that hasn't started yet. String Theory, Amsonia is kind of almost on its way out. The hydrangeas have not started yet here. Got a hollyhock. Salvias, Caradona, my favorite. That's the one I use the most. Weigela. You can cut this back after it finishes blooming. We don't really have it for the blooms, so I just love the dark color. Got some foxglove back there. More Burnett right here with some sweet peas underneath. Let's walk down this bed. Daylilies have not started yet. Here's another Weigela called My Monet Purple Effect. Some penstemon. They kind of spread themselves all over my garden. Got a Diana's Delight clematis in there. This is Crystal Blue Salvia. Again, kind of on its way. I need to cut it back. It'll reflush. Princess Alexandra of Kent was a birthday present. Agastaki Purple Haze back there, not going yet. And then I like this new Kufia. It's really pretty. So like I said, the viburnum Mariisi is finished. Got some heucheras with leucothoe right here. My new Vanderwolf pine is looking pretty good. I've got some Edge of Night hibiscus here. And they're finally starting to grow. Thank goodness. Lots of Siberian irises right here. This bed is looking pretty good. I've got some dahlias in here. Got some huge hostas. And got some Status that I grew from seed. I try all the time to mix, evergreens in. We've got feverfew that's self-seeded, getting ready to pop. Mixed in some annuals on this side. Sahara Rebecca that I grew from seed. Drops of Jupiter. Oregano. Oh, there's some feverfew that's starting already. And I don't think there's anything else on the backside. Oh, I have a container here with lemon coral sedum, rock and deep purple, a purple fountain grass. My Shenandoah grasses are not doing great. I've had a lot of issues with grasses. And I don't think there's much on the backside here. So let's just whip around here and get on a different side. Over on this side, I've got some little pixie lupins blooming, and then nine bark, tiny wine gold. It's got some nice flowers on it. Some of my dahlias have actually already started. The garlic, I already cut off the scapes, or I think most of them. Onions, sweet William. Got a little bit of room here, and I've got a couple dahlias that have not come up yet down there, but one day at a time, I guess. Blooming still is catmint. I've got quite a few different varieties. None of the hydrangeas are blooming yet. Here's another Eustacia vi that has actually opened. Another thing that's opened is a generous gardener, climbing rose. And then I'm starting to get some of my stock. Looks like it's starting to bloom. Some of the snapdragons are starting to bloom. Tomatoes and lettuces and peppers are starting to look a little bit better, but there's definitely something going on this year. I don't know what. And here's a really pretty stand of catmint, Walker's Low. And this is a rose called Charlotte that is opening, but is not open yet. Let's see if we can, there we go. And then I've got a lot of perennial mums in here. Winecraft Gold looks great, and you can see in the back there that the elderberry is in bloom. Here's a quick update on my new crabapple with all the hostas in front of it. That looks good. Got a couple of annuals down there. Nothing really blooming back here. I mean, everything's blooming as far as leafing out. The lady's mantle is definitely blooming. I love it, and you can see, this morning with the raindrops on it. I mean, that's one of the nicest things about lady's mantle. That Regerzia is huge. Jeez. I still have some alliums blooming. This is Ostara. And that's kind of this bed. Okay, over to the Dry Creek bed. Oh wow, look at this. Miss Apple Siberian Iris. Wow, this is beautiful. Wow, this just opened. Wow, that is gorgeous. That's a new one for me. Lady's mantle's blooming over here. Let's get a wider view. And then we have some Astrantia over here. And I think that's all that's blooming on the Dry Creek bed at the moment. If we swing around, we've got Morello Cherry Lupins. Oh, fabulous. I can't even believe these survived. I had them in a container last year, and I just took a chance and put it in the ground, hoping it would survive, and it has. We still have alliums. Some are gone, some are still here. These gladiators are kind of finished. And then we've got some Globe Masters. I've got another new one called Pink Jewel somewhere around here. This is Princess Anne Rose here. That's just starting. Got a lot of irises called Purring Tiger in here. There's another rose called Bonica that I got from Heirloom Roses. Getting ready. I actually transplanted this. I have a new rose from them called Hot Cocoa that I just put in. Our Japanese maple looks good. And Mrs. Yuki Clematis, finally, this year is taken off a little bit. All my Oriental lilies are really springing up. The ajuga, for the most part, is kind of still blooming all around. I have added in a bunch of annuals underneath all of these things. Some dianthus blooming. I added some scabiosa in here. I know I heard, I think Laura say she has trouble with boom chocolata. I have never had trouble with boom chocolata, and it's probably my favorite of all the perennial geraniums. Love it. Here's Double Play Doozy. Definitely starting to open. Love it, absolutely love it. Still have more perennial geraniums. That's by Acovo. And Columbine's still kind of going. I've got Krista Barlow and Nora Barlow. And then over here, I've got lots of petticoats. And then let's swing around because I missed the other side of this. Let's go take a quick look. Still have Geum here. Petticoats Peach. I love this one. Still blooming. I had to replace Let's Dance Lovable. I talked about that in a previous video. Again, I put a bunch of heirloom mums in this bed. Here's some Globemasters that are still kicking. Atropurpureum, I did add more of those to this bed, and you can see a whole bunch of them right there. Looks like. And this is Purring Tiger. Siberian iris, love it. Add a ton of those. Coral bark maple has been struggling. Like I said, I've had things that are growing fine and then all of a sudden they're not growing anymore. It's weird. I just lost a whole hydrangea. I don't know what the heck was happening. So here's some terracotta lupins along with the purple salvia. I'm loving the peach and the purple. And then we've got Incredible right behind it. That's going to open up. Lots of Allium millenniums here. Here's another. This is Pink Lemonade, which is why I say the other one is Pink Lemonade, obviously, and not Vanilla Cream. And I love Peachberry Ice. Euchera is probably my favorite. Invincible Spirit 2. And again, some Cleome, some annuals in here. So let's head another bed. As you can probably see, it's pretty hazy out. It's supposed to rain and it's supposed to pour tomorrow. Gold Mound Spirea is definitely starting to bloom. I still have a couple of blooms on my hellebores. The Brunnera is still blooming a little bit. But the star of this bed is definitely Blue Kazoo Spirea, right here. And then the Aurelia, right there. I absolutely love that thing. It's amazing. Kind of comes back from the ground every year. And then in the back there, I have a climbing hydrangea that's going up this maple. But here's some more Blue Kazoo Spireas right here. And they are really, at this point, you can see the stars of this bed. So swinging around, the lilacs are still blooming, except for Miss Kim is already finished. Salix Hakura Nishiki, we relimbed it up. And I'm just gonna walk back down this way. My hawthorns have finished blooming, so now they'll, set berries in the fall, turn gorgeous colors. I've got more weeds, wild violets, wild strawberry than I can't even tell you. Mini twist pine, Chesky white birch, dwarf white birch. This is a white clethra. I think it's called vanilla spice. And then some brandywine viburnums over here. So walking back down through here, here's another rose called Queen of Sweden that's starting to open up. And there's, let's see, we have a bobo. They come up very late. I thought they were dead, actually. There's the Atropurpureum. And then this is Olivia Rose Austin, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is just such a stunning rose. So let's walk up the path and see what's blooming over here. The heucheras, which I don't grow for the flowers, are starting to bloom. Bouplurm, that's a self-seeded itself, is blooming. Like I said, all the catmint is blooming. This Wigelia, Midnight Sun, is still blooming, but I grow this for the gorgeous foliage. Oh, it smells amazing with the lilacs, though. Glow Girl Spirea, Birchleaf Spirea. Love that one. Absolutely love that one. Penstemon kind of has seeded itself in here. This bed is really out of control. Persicaria in here. The daylilies, wow. I think I need to do some editing in this bed. On this side, all the nine barks, summer wine and copper wine are blooming. Totally tangerine geum is still blooming, and I love it with the purple ageratum. And next to the dark leaf of the penstemon. Got a rose here that hasn't opened called Dancing in the Wind that I got from Heirloom Roses. Now let's go check out the peonies. We've got Sarah Bernhardt. We've got Festiva Maxima here. We've got some salvias and veronicas, and this is an Ito peony I showed on Instagram the other day called Canary Brilliance. I have another one back here that finally, whoops, seems to be coming into its own a little bit. Let me get it. And that one, I never remember the name of, so let me pull it up because I can never find it. Red Star over Snowy Steppe, and no matter what I look at, I can't really find it. Coral Charm, and my smoke bushes are doing really well that I coppiced all the way to the ground. I've got roses that are seriously gonna pop. I have seriously cut things back this year that I've been really neglectful cutting back lately. Got some calla lilies here in a container. Still have some alliums over there. Got some poppies coming up but not blooming yet. The Amsonia is all still blooming. And looking lovely. All the flag irises are still blooming. Up, the sun is coming out, which probably means we're going to have a thunderstorm. I love this evergreen. It's called Winter Sun Mugo, and I love the color on that. The Bulgaricum alliums are still blooming. I love them, and I love these supports I got from Agriframes because they're perfect to hold up the alliums. The lime's not budded up yet. Let's see what else. Got a couple of containers here with just some annuals in them. All the yarrow that I seeded last year has all come back. I think this was the Summer Pastels variety. And it's, it's a little more vigorous than I thought it was gonna be. I tried to seed some poppies here. I don't see anything happening. Oh, I do have another new rose called Pearly May that I got from Heirloom. And we had to replace our Jim Dandy Winterberry because it was really not doing very well. Oh, here's the Pink Pearl. This is a new allium for me called Pink Pearl. Look how pretty is this. Something a little bit different. Okay, I'm gonna walk over this way. give you a, and check out the size of that. That's Salix Hakura Nishiki. My husband keeps asking me to limit up. I just put in some zinnias and some cosmos right here. I've got a pink baptisia, the name of which I can't think of. Let's see, it's called Pink Truffles. Some Angelonia down there that, yeah, so-so. Not doing great. And I have a new phlox down there called Gina. I also seeded some self-heal. It's supposed to be a good ground cover, so we'll see how that works. I have a new rose over here. Roald Dahl is a new rose. And again, this is a nice, This is a nice support that I got from, again, from Agriframes. And I've got some lilies getting ready to open, some verbascum getting ready to open. And then the bed I forgot in my tour is the apple bed. So obviously the crabapple bloomed. Every year I cut that Salix back like crazy, and every year it goes nuts. So here's a question for you guys. Oh, here's a Schubertii. Look how pretty these are. So I've got Let's Dance Skyview here. These three are new. Those two aren't. Look at what is happening. I don't know if it's just the nights are cold. I actually started cutting off the blooms, but I don't know what is going on here. We've had so much rain, and we probably have too much rain is probably the problem. Elsaspath clematis, tons of, again, wisteria, and this is Amethyst Falls. Let's see if I can get a better shot here. I really have been hacking these wisterias back in the fall, and I'm finally getting some nice blooms. There's also a clematis on this side called Etoile Voilette. Oh, a hummingbird. I just scared him away. Walking down this way, another calla lily container. This is a spirea, bridal something, whatever they call it, I don't know. My calacanthus, Michael Lindsay is still blooming. Lovely smell on these. And then coming down over here, my mock orange has not bloomed yet. I've tied up the monkshood. All of these baptisias are starting to open up. These are old varieties like Twilight Blues. I don't know, I've had them for so long, who knows what they are. Firelight Tidbit. So here's where I had to pull out Invincible Ruby, the whole thing. It started growing and then it just died. So I replaced it with another Firelight Tidbit. Hopefully that survives. Another Mugo Pine, Blue Shag Pine, it's called. My gorgeous Golden Full Moon Maple. And then last but not least, coming down and around, we've got a Mount Everest still blooming. We've got the two 9-barks still blooming. This one and this one. I don't see any more bearded iris, which doesn't make me happy. This is a catmint called Neptune, which is very different, you can see, from, you know, cat's pajamas in stature and, you know, blooms and everything else. So when that blooms, it'll be pretty. Wickstromia has not opened up yet. And I think we're back all the way around. Flamethrower redbud. Yeah, we're back at the beginning. So my last note is I moved, I don't know if this is right, so if you guys are vegetable growers, I moved my potatoes into my greenhouse because I think they were literally drowning, and look how bad this one looks. But I can't like pull the stalks out, so I think it's still alive. So if you have some advice on that, let me know. I always grow my potatoes in grow bags. That I haven't had a problem with. I also have back there large leaf lupins. I won't go in there because the fan is on. that have got to get in the ground. But I'm just waiting for them to put on a little bit more root. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed what I hope is a quicker tour. Some hostas, some primrose still going, and Solomon's seal is finished blooming, and that's pretty much it. I've got a little pond thing going here. Water's getting a little low. It's got a hibiscus in here called Starry Starry Night, and a little solar pump in my bird bath. So hope you enjoy this and have a great week.